to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we're going to talk about something I always look forward to going to in August and so much more in the area, and it has to do with the arts. With us right now, we have Kerry Royer, your art show director of the Mount Gretna Outdoor Art Show, and it's the 50th year. And Jennifer Kuzo, you are president of Visit Lebanon Valley. And there's so much going on, and because it's the 50th anniversary, we have a lot to talk about.
We sure do.
So 50 years, how did all of this start? Just briefly.
Well, it started in the community of Mount Gretna, which is a Chautauqua community, and it started with local artists who just decided to put on an art show, and over the years, it's evolved into one of the 200 best shows in the nation.
Yeah, it's amazing. So the dates, I guess, are August 17th and 18th. It's a Saturday and a Sunday, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
9 a.m. to 6 o'clock on Saturday until 5 o'clock on Sunday.
All right. Now, because of this in the 50th year, what's going on? Tell us more, Jennifer.
Well, every year we like to have a theme in the Lebanon Valley, and last year it was Year of Food. So we highlighted Lebanon bologna and opera fudge and all the fun things that are unique to the Lebanon Valley. But this year it had to be Year of the Arts because in honor of the 50th show, I mean, Mount Gretna is one of our crown jewels of the Lebanon Valley. Let's face that. And the art show is the pinnacle of events. So why not highlight all the arts throughout the Lebanon Valley, like painting and dancing and music and theater and in all aspects of art.
So there's going to be so many things going on. You've really like ramped it up, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, we
that
have.
sounds really good. So when we talk about the art show, what I think is so amazing about it, you've brought in some great food vendors in addition to amazing artists and incredible music. I mean, this is a whole experience for the senses, isn't it?
It absolutely is. There's really something for everyone. We have professional restaurants come in, and we have a gourmet food court. Of course, we have the Jigger Shop open during the show, and lots of variety, and I think people will find something that they're looking for. It's right next to our main stage, which has a number of musical acts that you can see on Saturday and Sunday starting at 11. And we also have strolling musicians at the end of the day on Saturday.
Oh, that's great. Do you know how many artists you're expecting for
Yes.
this year?
We have 200 artists from all over the country representing all kinds of mediums. We have painting, pottery, metal, sculpture, jewelry, which a lot of people like to see at the show.
Absolutely. It's great to meander through there,
Oh,
isn't
I love
it,
it,
Jennifer?
I love it. The paths in Mount Gretna and under the trees of Old Chautauqua, it's an experience.
I think it's kind of magical.
It
isn't
is. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it transforms. If you see that area before and after the art show, it's like, wow. But what happens when they're there? It takes on this whole different life, doesn't it? And the people that come, I think, are amazing too.
Absolutely. We have so much variety that some people really can find something that they want, or find a gift, or something that they've been eyeing over the years. And the town just absolutely transforms.
Yeah.
And it's we're bringing thousands of people into our little town, but we're also proud of it.
It has a great impact in Mount Gretna and beyond too, doesn't it, Jennifer?
The tourism aspect, I mean, people are coming from all over the mid-Atlantic, really, all over different states. You're bringing artists from all over the country. But yeah, it's such a special moment in Mount Gretna that even the locals want to stay and be part of it.
Yeah,
and
they do.
That's a true sign of a success.
It is a true sign when they want to stay and not leave.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely
Exactly.
is. What I also like is the intimacy that you have with this, because you can actually get to know the artists and have conversation too. And that, I think, builds relationships within the community and beyond with them too. Would you agree?
Yes, that connection that you get when you have an art show. It's not buying something offline. You can pick it up, you can see it, you can imagine what it will look like when you bring it home, but you also get to meet the person who created it. And that's why we have a juried show, because we make sure that the artist who created the work is there at the show, and patrons can know that they're talking to the person who made it.
Yeah. How difficult is that, whittling down a list to 200? Because I'm sure you get a lot of people that want to be a part of it.
Well, I will say that that's probably one of the hardest parts of the job. When I took the job as director, I was so excited because I thought, wow, I'm going to invite all these people to the show. And I didn't really think about having to not invite people to the show. And we get a lot of applications because it's nationally known. So yeah, that's the hard part, because there's a lot of really good artists who don't make it one year, but our judging panel changes every year, and sometimes that's subjective. So sometimes if you apply one year and you don't get in, apply again, because you have a different panel.
That's right. And I think you're doing something else too. You're launching an international film festival.
Absolutely,
I know,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
She's not busy enough.
No, let's just add something on top of
Right,
this. So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so with our 50th show, we wanted to celebrate another aspect of the arts. And film is something that we haven't explored before. So we launched an international film festival, and we got a lot of entries, and it's going to be very exciting because we're going to screen the top 5 in a number of different categories, and then those we're going to award prizes for first, second, and third in those categories.
So is there a particular length or age, or what are different details on this?
Yeah, well, for this first show, we stuck with shorts.
Okay.
So all of the films are 5 minutes or less.
Okay.
And we have horror, comedy, documentary, video essay, drama, and we have a special Lebanon Valley Spotlight
Yay.
Award. And then what we are going to call the Vita Maxima Award. Somebody will get that award, and that will be our Best of Festival.
Wow.
And that award is for one of our community members who we lost last year. It was his dream to start a film festival regionally, and so we did it in his honor. And his name was Michael Evan Ditzler, and his family is providing from his memorial fund the awards.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. This is great. I'm just excited about how all of this comes together. It really does. And Lebanon Valley has so much to offer, doesn't it, Jennifer?
It really does. And when we highlight the arts like we're doing this year, it brings even more to our attention. We didn't think we had that many, but as we start to analyze all the different organizations throughout the county, not only just professional, but even amateur. You know, it's a heartbeat. The arts are a heartbeat in our community, and they deserve center stage.
And they bring people together. They're the connectors too, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's well-being for the whole quality of life for our county.
It really does. And when you embrace that, it makes a difference in the community on all different levels.
You're right.
Yeah. How big is Lebanon Valley?
Very small. We were actually formed out of pieces of Lancaster and Dauphin counties
Oh, okay.
back in 1813. So about 140,000 population.
All right. I know it's a beautiful area, and I'm surprised whenever I drive through. There's things that I see that I didn't see before. Does that make sense?
Yes, because we are 46% farmland.
Okay.
So, and we have 20,000 acres of preserved farmland that will always stay farmland. So that is what I think really is our true calling, to stay unique to who we are and not try to be too big or try to be too city-like, just to be happy with exactly what we are.
Yeah. How long have you been doing what you're doing there?
7
Jennifer?
years.
7 years. Wow. So you've learned. Where'd you come from before that, Jennifer?
I have a background in tourism, believe it or not.
Okay, well, that makes
I don't know
sense.
that many people do, but
Okay.
I went with Hershey Entertainment and Resorts right out of school, and Marriott between hotels and resorts, was doing marketing for all of those organizations.
Oh, wow. And then this opportunity opened up
And as a lifelong Lebanon County resident, I'm like, it's about time somebody brags about the Lebanon Valley. I don't think we've done that in a long, long time.
And who better to do that than you? So that's
I get it.
great. You get it, and you have the experience to do that.
Yeah.
Let's give people some websites so they know where to go. So it's going to be pretty easy, right? Visit LebanonValley.com.
Correct.
You can find out all these things that are going on, right?
Calendar of the Arts.
Yeah. Okay, and check that out. And then for the show, MT, MountGretnaArts.com. We can find out everything that's going on for that weekend too, right?
That's right. You can buy tickets online, and you can also buy tickets at the gate.
Okay, how much are the tickets?
They are $15 at the gate.
Okay. Boy, this will be a lot of fun. Well, we've got a lot more to talk about, but we're going to take a brief pause and we come back, find out more what's going on in Lebanon Valley. You're watching Lancaster Community TV, LCTV 66. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about Lebanon Valley, all the wonderful things discovering that we are going to discover, and also about the 50th Mount Gretna Outdoor Art Show. Oh, this is so much fun. Once again, it is August 17 and 18. It's Saturday, Sunday.
That's right.
And we get to walk around and be outside. So we were talking about all these things that are going on. Tell us more, Jennifer.
Well, that's our annual visitor's guide, and
Okay.
we produce one every year. And because of Year of the Arts, we featured the Mount Gretna Art Show on the front and back covers.
Oh, yes.
And inside, it just has a little smattering of everything we offer. Pick your own adventures, agritourism, music, theater, all the fun stuff that makes you want to come and visit an area.
So where do we find this?
Well, we produce 100,000 of those, and they're all throughout Pennsylvania at the welcome centers and at high traffic areas mostly.
Right. Okay, and we can find them. They're free, I gather?
Oh, yes.
Okay, arts, history, recreation, and food. Well, I think that sums it all up too,
Right,
doesn't it?
right.
It really does. We're talking about community art projects too. So what are some of those that we want to talk about?
Well, we started off the year celebrating the 50th show. We had a fundraising event so that we could implement a lot of community art projects throughout our town throughout the year leading up to the show. And we partnered with Visit Lebanon Valley on one of our first ones that we did in May.
Okay.
So down in Nashville and different areas, they have those butterfly wings, and you stand in front of them like a selfie spot, and it just becomes kind of a cool, iconic picture then. Well, we wanted to create something like that, but in true Mount Gretna style, it couldn't just be painted on a wall. It has to be live. So we worked with a landscape artist. His name is Ryan Fretz, and he's a Mount Gretna native. And he said he would create the wings and the body of a Luna moth, which is native to the Mount Gretna forest and very special when you encounter them in nature. And it will be a live moss and plant display in front of the Mount Gretna Playhouse, so just up the hill from the Jigger Shop. And everybody can come and get their picture taken, their selfie taken with this all summer long because he's maintaining it. And what a summer to try to maintain plants and moss, right? It's been so hot.
Yeah.
But it was moist yesterday when I touched it. I'm like, he's doing a very good job.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
But
wow.
it's really cool.
That
And
is cool.
When we did that, of course, in honor of the art show, and we had a bubble machine and a strolling violinist and tried to make it really a special event and a path party to highlight all of the organizations in Mount Gretna, the nonprofit art organizations.
There's water tower art too,
There
isn't there?
is, yes. We had another local artist create a painting, and we are going to have that transferred to an adhesive that will be 20 feet by 10 feet, and we're putting it up on our water tower. Then it'll be there in time for the show this year.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
Be able to check that out.
It's
You'll
really,
see that
yes,
everywhere.
You'll see it, and it's a Mount Gretna iconic image. And she also added some seek and find, so that when you're looking at the painting, you can find a butterfly or a bird or a Luna moth.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, that sounds good. You're doing something for kids too, aren't you?
Oh yes, we do have our kids art show, and that is both days of the show from 10 to 2. And with that, we have face painting, and we'll have a caricature artist, we have spin art, and one of our favorites is balloon sculptures that we bring.
nice.
There's street performers who make these really intricate, artful balloon sculptures for the kids.
Yeah. Well, you've got some great music that's going to be there too.
We do.
Do you recall some of the...
Yes, we have live jazz and bluegrass, and we have some strolling musicians who are going to be at the show on Saturday evening.
Well, the food is always a big part of it too, because you can sit down, you can eat, and you can watch and listen and then go shop.
Absolutely, yes. We have a food court right next to our main stage, so you can sit down and under the shade, and you can listen to the music. And we have a number of gourmet food items. And
What are some of the categories that you can tease us with?
well, we have pierogies.
Oh, pierogies, okay.
And then we have a different kinds of like really artful offerings of fruit and chips and sandwiches and salads. And we also have ice cream.
Oh, something for every palate, right?
Yes.
In every mood, and if it's warm, well, there's the ice cream too. But you have a beer garden, and
We
do,
Tell
yes.
us
more.
Snitz Creek Brewery, who are creating a special IPA for the art show this year.
that's good.
They will be in the Hall of Philosophy. They'll be there all day, and you can stop in and have some of their craft brew or wine.
Yes, Walt's
Yes.
Winery's going to be there,
That's
right?
right. Mhm.
And they are very good. That'll be really wonderful to have them. What else do we need to know about what's going on with the outdoor art show and other things that you might want to promote with Lebanon Valley? What have
Oh,
we
my
not
goodness.
covered so far? I know there's a lot. So
Yeah.
what do you want to cherry pick?
I would say, we've got productions going on throughout the summer. We've got outdoor concerts. Coleman Memorial Park. The Colemans were the royal family of Lebanon back in the day, and left a lot of buildings, and their Coleman Memorial Park is actually their estate. He was Pennsylvania's first millionaire. He owned the Cornwall Iron Furnace. So this estate is beautiful with tall trees and an outdoor amphitheater. So back to your question was, we have outdoor concerts at the outdoor amphitheater at the Coleman estate all throughout the summer, as well as productions, Guys and Dolls, Peter Pan for the children at St. James Players and Lebanon Community Theater, and murals downtown, and First Fridays through the Lebanon Valley Arts Council. So there's
okay.
always something going on.
There is, and if you have any questions, make sure you try to pick up one of these.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're out annually. They're at places where tourists go in high trafficked areas, right?
Or visit LebanonValley.com.
That's right. That's
It's
the
live
easy way to
on the,
go.
on the
Okay,
website.
you can find it on there too. And what are we going to find on the website for the art show, which is Mount MT Gretna Art?
That's right. You'll find out the restaurants, you'll find out the bands that we're having, you can find out where to park, what to put in for your GPS, and you'll also find information about our inaugural International Film Festival that's going to be on Sunday in our open air playhouse.
And what time is that on Sunday?
That is from 12 to 3, and that is in honor and in memory of one of our community members, Michael Evan Ditzler.
Yeah. You've put together such a wonderful show and a lot of activities to celebrate 50 years. Do you believe it's 50 years?
Wow.
You know, that is something to celebrate, and what you do is something to celebrate too. So thank you both for being here, and thank you for sharing all of this information, because it gives us something else to do in beautiful South Central Pennsylvania.
It's okay.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
I'm Diane Dayton, reminding you to look behind the lines, because you might be surprised what you find. Thanks for joining me.